People wondered how Ryan Tannehill would respond this season, coming off 14 interceptions during the regular season, 3 more interceptions in the playoff loss against the Bengals. And while we haven't gotten to the season yet, we certainly haven't gotten to the playoffs yet, and that's where he will ultimately be judged. It has been an impressive start to training camp for Tannehill. 5 days, 0 turnovers. He had 2 incompletions through the first 3 practices. He's taken care of the football. He's been sharp. He's run the offense effectively. And here was Ryan Tannehill after day number 5, the first practice in pads earlier today.
He's been beat. You know, he's a guy who obviously extremely talented and is going to come in and play with confidence and compete. So, you know, you feel like you got an edge on him, and then he finds a way to battle his way back in there and has done a good job of playing the football, you know, when it's in the area.
How do you guys go about incorporating stuff that's an adjustment from last year? I know Mike doesn't like to talk directly about stuff from last year, but when you have stuff schematically or mistakes that were made last year, are they just weaved into this year's playbook, the corrections, or do you talk directly about that stuff? Was that done previously? How do you go about it?
Yeah, you know, we finished the year off, come in the spring and go through things we did well last year, things we didn't do well, and things we want to improve upon. So, you know, some of that is conceptually, some of that is on a personal level, whether it's myself or another player, kind of evaluating that, and then as we move forward, making those adjustments, if it's conceptual, making those adjustments in the playbook and weaving it in, you know, into the installs in the spring, and then now carrying it out onto the field.
Does he ever say, like, we did this and we need to do that, or does he kind of avoid talking about last year, maybe with the exception of, like, specific film against a common opponent? Yeah,
we don't look back a whole lot and reference things in the past, good or bad. But, you know, we have those lessons and we have the coaching points. You know, we don't have to specifically attach them to a play or situation, but we have the coaching points that we gathered through those processes and can add them on now.
What do you think about Chick, I guess, from a maturity level, and what do you just maybe see from him, you know, first couple of months on the job?
I'm excited about Chick. He's a talented player. He's fast. He's physical. He seems to enjoy the game and love playing the game. So I'm having a lot of fun, you know, getting to know him and his game. Obviously, I think he's gonna help us out a lot. You know, he's young, so just like all the rookies, just kind of pick things up and figure it out as he goes. But he's doing a really good job of jumping in and doing everything we ask him to do. So excited about him, and hopefully he can continue to progress.
Last year you threw 5 picks in the first 5 days of practice, no picks so far in any of the team periods. What's the difference?
I don't know. I'm not going to get into last year or anything like that. You know, just trying to be smart with the ball. You know, sometimes in practice, you're pushing the limits, right? I mean, that's the point of practice, especially early on in training camp and the spring, is you're kind of pushing the limits and seeing where you can put the ball and if you can fit it in there, what catch radius guys have and things like that. But it's a balance. You know, you want to be smart. You know, today we're down in the red zone, so you know, want to play situational ball there a little bit and be smart with the football, not put the ball in harm's way. But yeah, we just know as quarterbacks that it's our job to try to take care of the football and put it in a good spot. So we want to train those good habits as we go.
What have you seen out of Phillips?
Sorry. How have you seen Malik come along early in training camp?
You know, I'm excited to be working with Malik, and he's done a good job of trying to do what we're asking. You'll have to ask Pat or Todd or Coach Vrabel, you know, on evaluating him. But I enjoy working with him. You know, he's a really good dude. He's coming with a great attitude and is trying to get better. So, you know, from my seat, that's all you can ask for.
How have you seen Robert Woods come in and be a leader within the
All right, you're first, you're second. Sorry.
What have you seen out of Phillips' game so far that you like? I know that you haven't probably gotten a lot of reps with him in terms of team and that sort of thing, but what have you seen out of him?
Yeah, he's a shifty player, obviously. Shifty, speedy, has done a good job in the slot for us of finding ways to get open. You know, had a rep, I think it was Saturday, versus man coverage, was able to lose his defender at the top and win by, you know, 7 yards. So I think Logan was taking that rep with him. But he's done some really good things and excited to see, you know, hopefully continue. He's starting to get those reps with me now, so hopefully we can build that relationship and continue to progress, you know, with the one group.
With Robert Woods, have you seen him come in and just kind of be a leader within that receiver group?
Yeah, no doubt. Robert's a leader. You know, he comes in, he has a presence about him and has done it for a long time, so guys respect him, and he's a really good dude. as we grow our relationship on the field, just getting used to what he does well, and he's so smooth. That's one thing I noticed immediately is he's so smooth with his routes. He's able to transition really well, and it looks like he's going 100%, but he's not. And he's able to transition extremely well. So for a quarterback, that makes it easy to throw the ball to him.
I know you're not a doctor, but are you impressed with just like how quickly he's been able to come and be up to speed?
Yeah, just going back to the spring, see him kind of building up, and then, weren't really sure what his plan was going to be as we came into fall camp. So, excited that he's able to get out there, get some really good work in the 7-on-7s and the team periods.
When you're with somebody like Phillips and you haven't thrown that much to him up to this stage, but you're able to recite the details of a rep he had with Logan, how closely are you watching reps that guys have with the other two quarterbacks, and how important is that to know those reps?